A little more on basic graphing. You can see the graph to the left is your basic cosine curve passing through 0, 1, pi over 2, 0, pi negative 1, 3 pi over 2, 0, and 2 pi 1. That's a basic cycle of cosine. Now, the graph you're asked to produce is y equals the absolute value of cosine of x. And what we have learned so far with our graphing techniques in earlier sections is that if you are taking the absolute value of a function, then it's going to return any function values as greater than or equal to 0 based upon what the values of the function already are. So, the portions of the graph that are already above the x-axis or on the x-axis would stay as such, but any portions of the graph that are below the x-axis, you take the absolute value of those y-coordinates, which are negative, that would force them to reflect above. So these pieces would behave in the following manner. Okay, now looking at the choices that you have, there's actually four that are immediately out that do not have the pattern of the absolute value of cosine at all when we're looking at a pattern that is like this. Of the two that are left, we need to pick the one that matches the correct intercepts. So I want you to notice that on this first cycle here, I'll shade back over these to make it look like one graph, is that we have intercepts at pi over 2, and remember pi over 2 is roughly 1.7, and we have an intercept at 3 pi over 2, which is roughly 4.7, and a high point at pi comma 1. And even more importantly, and maybe easier to pick out, the y-intercept is 0, 1. That's even better, because look, that immediately rules this guy out, and we have our choice.